Welcome to another episode of The Lord's Delight. Are you feeling not good enough for God? That you are missing out, you are not doing everything the way you should? Looking at it as you want to do this the best for God, but then you feel like you're falling short. We might not describe that as being a perfectionist, but a lot of time I have had that flaw. I still have, where you think that you are not good enough for what God has called you to do. If you are, if you can do it on your own. Recently my pastor reminded me, God would never call you to do something on your own that you can do without his help. He will only call you to do things that you cannot do on your own, where you have to lean on him. Isn't that a counterintuitive, ironic mystery? So today, for you who are out there feeling like you are not just quite right there doing stuff for God, or even on your daily life not good enough, I tell you, God says we are. And I'm going to read some of the blessings from Deuteronomy 33, where Moses pronounced on the Israelites before his death. And guess what? Get up, go climb these promises. The Lord came from Sinai and dawned over them from Seir. He shone forth from Mount Paran. He came with myriads of holy ones from the south, from his mountain slopes. Surely it is you who love the people. All the holy ones are in your hand. At your feet they all bow, and from you receive instruction. So now he is talking about the starting in general about God. And then that's when now we go into the blessings. Hear, Lord, the cry of Judah. Bring him to his people. With his own hands he defends his cause. O be his help against his foes. Your Thummim and Urim belong to your faithful servant. You tested him at Massah. You contended with him at the waters of Meribah. He said of his father and mother, I have no regard for them. He did not recognize his brothers or acknowledge his own children, but he watched over your word and guarded your covenant. He teaches your precepts to Jacob and your law to Israel. He offers incense before you and whole burnt offerings on your altar. Bless all his skills, Lord, and be pleased with the work of his hands. Strike down those who rise against him, his foes till they rise no more. Let the beloved of the Lord rest secure in him, for he shields him all day long, and the one that the Lord loves rests between his shoulders. May the Lord bless his land with precious dew from heaven above, and with deep waters that lie below, with the best the sun brings forth, and the finest the moon can yield, with the choicest gifts of the ancient mountains, and the fruitfulness of the everlasting hills, with the best gifts of the earth and its fullness, and the favor of him who dwelt in the burning bush. Let all these rest on the head of Joseph, and the brow of the prince among his brothers. In majesty he is like a firstborn bull. His corns are the horns of a wild ox. With them he will go over the nations, even those at the ends of the earth. Such are the 10,000s of Ephraim, such are the thousands of Manasseh. We need to understand these blessings. These amazing blessings are not being given to the tribes because of how they behave or who they are. They are given because God is gracious. This is the same people whom God led to the wilderness, who murmured against him and a whole generation perished. But God was still faithful to the love and the people that he called. These blessings are purely a testament to God's goodness and his faithfulness. It is not because of whether they deserved it. The same for us. Our blessings is not because we deserve it or we are good. No, it's just because our God is faithful and he's gracious. Then comes the next set of blessings. Rejoice, Zebulun, in your going out, and you, Issachar, in your tents. They will summon peoples to the mountain, there offer the sacrifices of the righteous. They will feast on the abundance of the seas, on the treasures hidden in the sand. Blessed is he who enlarges God's domain. Gad lives like a lion tearing at Armorhead. He chose the best land for himself. The leader's portion was kept for him. When the heads of the people assembled, he carried out the Lord's righteous will and his judgments concerning Israel. Dan is a lion's cub springing out of Bashan. And same as Naphtali, we will abound with the favor of the Lord and is full of his blessing. We will inherit the blessings of the Lord. And we will be the most blessed. Like Asher, let him be favored by his brothers and let him bathe his feet in oil. Bolts of your gates will be iron and bronze, and your strength will equal your days. There is no one like the God of Jeshurun who rides across the heavens to help you and on the clouds in his majesty. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He will drive out your enemies before you and say, destroy them. So Israel will live in safety. Jacob will dwell secure in a land of grain and new wine, where heavens drop dew. Blessed are you, whoever is listening, who is like you, a people saved by the Lord. He is your shield and helper and your glorious sword. Your enemies will cover before you, and you will tread on their heights. Remember, even though we feel not good enough, even though we feel not quite up there in terms of what we can accomplish on a day-to-day basis, whether for God or on our own, He is enough. He alone is enough. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.